The kettle clicked itself silent after the water cooled. One towel moved on the balcony in the slow air after dusk. I had no great conclusion, no clean and shining line, only one cup in my hand and a room that did not ask. The day had not been perfect, I had not been brave all through. Still I watered the small plant and watched the dark come gently. This is enough for now, not everything, not all at once, just enough to let me stay inside the hour I have. I used to need an ending that could answer for the pain, some final kind of meaning to mating worth it. But life kept arriving in smaller clothes than that, a towel drying slowly, a spoon left by the sink. One message answered kindly, one chair pulled toward the light. One evening I did not turn against myself for feeling tired. This is enough for now, I do not need the whole road. I do not need tomorrow to promise what it cannot know. The past can keep its shadow, the future can stay white. This is enough for now. One room, one breath, one quiet life. I am not beyond the hurting, I am not made of peace. There are days I still go looking for a door that does not lead back. But I know a little better how to leave some things unnamed, how to let a moment hold me without asking it to change. Maybe this is not the ending, maybe endings are too neat. Maybe what I wanted was only this much ease. This is enough for now, not finished, not complete, just the sound of water cooling and the floor beneath my feet. No proof that I am stronger, no bright and final vow. I can live inside this evening. This is enough for now. This is enough for now. The night does not have to explain. I can sit here with my own life and not wish it away. The towel moved on the balcony, the cup warmed both my hands. Nothing grand was waiting for now. I understand. It wasn't even a love song that made it feel more true. My phone lit up at 10:03 while the kettle clicked itself off. Just a link and one small sentence. Maybe this is your kind of song. I played it low the first time, then again without a reason. The melody did nothing dramatic. The thought behind it did. You sent a song, and I heard more than music. I heard the day continue somewhere after we had left it. You didn't say you missed me. You didn't make it brave. No careful little confession, no heart hidden in the phrase. Just a song you thought might find me. Just a line you almost took back. I watched the typing dots appear, then disappear like that. You sang a song, and the room became less quiet. Not because it filled the silence, but because it knew my name. I let it play beside me while the evening settled in. You sang a song, and something small began again. Mistaken louder gestures for something I could trust, but this was only ordinary, which made it hard to rush. No promise in the message, no future leaning through, just proof that for a moment you had carried me with you. You sang a song, and the room became less quiet. Not because it changed the evening, but because it let me know that I was not the only one who took the long way home. You sang a song, and I didn't feel alone. It wasn't even a love song. Still, I played it one more time. I used to wait for certainty to enter like a light, for some clean and shining moment to make the feeling right. But you were at the kitchen table, moving slowly through the day, pushing your cup a little over so my tired hands had space. No sudden change in weather, no meaning written clear, only the way you noticed when I almost disappeared. I did not need a sign, I only needed you there, quietly making room where I forgot to ask for care. No great design above us, no reason dressed as proof. I stopped looking for a sign when I started seeing you. You never made a speech of it, you never turned it grand. You learned the kind of silence I can bear when I am sad. When I was late to answer, you did not fill the air. You let the question stay beside me until I could meet it there. Maybe love is smaller than the proof we try to find. Maybe it arrives unnoticed and waits until we recognize. I have trusted brighter feelings that vanished when they were named. I have followed perfect timing into places that could not stay. But you remained unremarkable in the most necessary way, like a chair pulled out beside me at the end of a difficult day. I did not need a sign, I only needed you there, turning down the noise when the world became too much to wear. No great design above us, no promise rushing through. I stopped looking for a sign when I started trusting you. Nothing told me from the sky, nothing had to. You were there, that was how I knew. From someone careful, not from you. That was the part that stayed. He said it near the doorway, halfway through another thing. Like news becomes less heavy when it does not know your history. I nodded at the right time, I kept my face arranged. The room went on around me with no reason to change. It was not even terrible, that almost made it worse. A small turn in your life, I thought I would have heard from you first. It was not the news, it was who it came through. The distance had been growing, but now it had a voice. I pictured you deciding there was no need to call, or maybe not deciding, which may have hurt me more. Maybe it crossed your mind and passed without a place. Maybe I had become someone you no longer had to update. I do not want importance that your life cannot afford. I only thought some moments still knew where I was. He did not bring the news and I understood too much. Not everything is ended by a door or by a touch. Sometimes it is quieter, one story told elsewhere, one careful person speaking what you did not choose to share. You did not bring the news, I carried that alone. Not because I had a claim, but because I thought I was still close. There's no fire to defend, just a smaller kind of knowing where something used to stand. I can let your life move forward, I can let my place grow less. But I had not known the shape of it until I heard it secondhand. There are endings people announce, there are endings people live. This one arrived politely from someone who did not mean to hurt me. He did not bring the news and I heard what it meant. The bond changed its address without asking my consent. Sometimes loss is quiet, no scene, no broken tone. Just the moment you discover you are no longer first to know. You did not bring the news, I will not call it cruel, but something in me stepped back from the place I kept for you. I finished the conversation. I thanked him for telling me. Then I walked home with the news you did not bring. I found the sentence later, standing by the kitchen light, simple as a glass of water, clearer than it had the right. All the words I used before were careful, pale and almost true. They walked around the center without ever reaching you. The words were right, the time was gone. I held the key after the door moved on. I could hear how I would say it, not too brave and not too small, just honest in the ordinary way I should have been before. But your life had kept on moving, mine had learned to move as well. There are truths that do not vanish just because they cannot help. A sentence too late still carries what it means. It does not turn to nothing just because it missed its place. I can say it to the evening, I can let it leave my chest, but I cannot ask your silence to become a second chance. A sentence too late can be honest and still pass. Some words arrive with open hands to give the past back to the past. I used to think the hardest part was finding what to say. Now I know some courage comes after it is safe. There is no great redemption in speaking when the cost is low. Still I will not shame the truth for taking time to grow. If it could not reach you, it can still reach me. Not to change the ending, only to let it breathe. A sentence too late still carries what it means. It cannot rebuild the moment or return what had to leave. I can say it without asking for the years to turn around. I can honor what was true without needing it aloud. A sentence too late does not make the feeling less. It only teaches me the difference between a truth and a request. I found the sentence later. I said it to the room, not to bring you back, but because it was true. I found the note again inside a book I never finished. 3 lines written carefully, then crossed out in the middle. The paper had gone yellow at the corner where it bent. My younger hand was certain that silence was a debt. I used to think those words were waiting to be paid, like some part of the past could not rest until I said them. But what I never said has learned another shape. It does not stand against me like it used to. It lives now in the pause before I answer too quickly, in the way I let someone finish what I already understand. It lives in softer leaving, in not turning hurt to proof, in knowing every feeling does not need to make a claim. You may never know the sentence, maybe that is how it stays. Not buried, not forgiven, just no longer at the gate. The unspoken has a shape, but it is not a wound tonight. It does not ask for rescue, it does not ask for light. It used to feel like absence, a room I could not close. Now it moves inside me gently, like a truth that changed its clothes. The unspoken has a shape, I can carry it this way, not as something missing, but as something time remains. I do not need to send it, I do not need your reply. Some words lose their purpose when they survive the night. Maybe saying them would change nothing, maybe saying them would change too much. Maybe silence kept one mercy neither one of us could touch. There are truths that reach us later, not to open what is closed, but to teach the heart a language quieter than being known. The unspoken has a shape, but it is not a chain. It no longer makes a prison out of one unfinished day. It has softened into patience, it has settled into breath. It is part of how I listen when there is nothing left to fix. The unspoken has a shape, I can let it stay unnamed, not as something missing, but as something time remains. I closed the book, the note stayed there, not hidden, not heavy, just quiet in a kinder shade. I saw someone turn the corner with your old kind of walk. For half a second, years moved closer, then became someone else. I kept going with my coffee, cooling in one hand, but the question found its way in before I could refuse. If we passed today, would anything in us turn? Would some small part remember before the rest had learned? I wonder if your smile is different, if you pause before you speak, if you still look down at pavement when a thought cuts underneath. I wonder if I would seem familiar or only almost known, like a song heard through a doorway from a place you used to go. If we passed today, would we slow without a reason? Would the years stand between us or move aside a little? I do not need the old life back. I do not want to prove that something still is waiting where I once waited for you. If we passed today, maybe nothing would begin. Maybe only one quiet second would remember what we'd been. We have both become people the past did not predict. Different rooms, different mornings, different ways of being missed. I would not know your daily weather, you would not know mine. Still there are names the body keeps long after they leave the mouth. Not as a wound, not as a wish, just as proof that once someone mattered closely. If we passed today, I might know you by the silence that would open for a moment and let the city back. You might smile like a stranger, I might nod and let you go. Nothing broken, nothing answered, nothing either heart would owe. If we passed today, that would be enough for me. Not a doorway to the past, just a window briefly seen. The person at the corner was not you after all. Still I walked a little slower until the question passed. The train moved under the city with its tired yellow light. My reflection in the window looked less certain than I felt. I had nowhere I was rushing, no answer I could use, just the soft pull of the carriage and the dark between the stops. Once I did not chase what the quiet tried to mean. I let the moment sit beside me without asking where it led. A woman near the doorway held flowers wrapped in paper. A boy slept through his station with his headphones on his chest. The map above us flickered. No one looked surprised. Everything kept moving without needing to arrive. I loosened one old question from the fist inside my coat. It did not fall away, it only stopped asking to be held. There is a place inside right now, before it turns to reason, before I make a lesson from the shape of being here. No finish line before me, no past I need to prove. There is a place inside right now, and I can stay there too. Used to make each silence answer for my life, turn every empty minute into evidence of loss. But maybe pieces smaller than the story I expect. One seat, one passing station, one breath I do not correct. Nothing has to open, nothing has to close. The night can move around me without telling me where to go. There is a place inside right now where I do not need becoming, where I am not a failure for being in between. No finish line before me, no brighter self to chase. There is a place inside right now that lets me have this day. The train moved on, the window held my face. For a while, I did not look away. There is one thing I never asked you, not because I forgot. I passed the old dry cleaner with its sign half lit in blue. For no clear reason, the question came back through. Not sharp enough to blame you, not loud enough to stay, just the shape of something missing, walking softly with your name. Some questions stay without becoming chains. They can sit beside the heart and not be given rein. I wanted to know the moment your feeling changed its course. Was it one tired morning or many quiet ones before? Did I miss the first small closing, or did both of us do that? The question had its reasons, but it does not need me back. The question I let stay does not need to be answered. It does not need your voice to make my life make sense. I can carry what I don't know without turning back for more. Some doors remain unopened and still become a door. Maybe there was no single moment. Maybe love just changed its weight. Maybe both of us were slower than the truth we had to face. I do not need the clean line. I do not need the key. I can leave the past unfinished without leaving it in me. The question I let stay does not keep the room in shadow. It no longer wakes before me or follows every road. Not gone, not sold, just no longer everywhere. The question I let stay can stay without despair. There is one thing I never asked you. Tonight, I let it stay there. On the doorknob before my mind agreed. The hallway light was buzzing like it wanted nothing from me. Keys inside my palm, coat still on the chair. 1,000 things to answer, none of them starting there. I stood between the rooms, not leaving, not staying, just listening to my body try to talk me out of moving. No answer came, I breathed anyway. Not deep enough for peace, just enough to stay. The stairwell smelled like dust and someone's morning toast. A neighbor's radio murmured through a half-closed door. I counted 7 steps, then counted 7 more. Not because it mattered, but because counting gave me form. Outside the day was ordinary, almost careless with its light. The world did not grow gentle, I did not become fine. One breath anyway before the thought could close. One breath at the threshold, 1 foot past the door. I could not hold the future, I could not fix the wait. So I gave the next small minute 1 breath anyway. I used to wait for ready, like a train that would arrive, some clean and certain signal that would make the moving right. But some days do not offer anything that clear. They only leave a handle and the body standing near. call it courage, I did not call it change. I only crossed the hallway with my fear still in its place. One breath anyway before the thought could close. One breath in the open air, one step I did not owe to hope or proof or healing or a brighter kind of day. I had no answer for my life. I breathed anyway, one breath anyway, small enough to be true. The world was still unfinished, but I had moved into it. My hand left the doorknob, the door closed behind me. Nothing was solved. Still, I was outside. We learned the tender parts by heart, then learned where they could bruise. Some nights we held our anger back, some nights it came through. The table kept our silence, the hallway kept our names. We passed each other carefully, like glass inside a frame. We were hurt, but we were not cruel. That was not enough to save us. Still, it mattered too. You stopped asking me to promise what I no longer knew. I stopped making you the reason for the weight I carried through. There were days we nearly found it, some small mercy in the room. Then morning came between us with the same old tired truth. There was kindness after damage, not enough to make us stay, but enough to keep the ending from taking all the good away. We could name the ways we failed without calling love a lie. There was kindness after damage, and it helped us say goodbye. Clear villain, so leaving would feel clean. You wanted one good memory to prove it still had meaning. Maybe both were ways of hiding from the harder thing we knew. We had loved each other honestly and still become untrue. Not false, not faithless, just no longer whole enough to carry what we asked for. There was kindness after damage, not gentle all the way, not beautiful enough to make the broken parts okay. But we did not burn the story just to warm our separate nights. There was kindness after damage, and we left with some care alive. We did not last, we did not have to lie. Some love ends, without becoming cruel. My hands were cold, the town was new. I was almost brave. The platform smelled like metal and coffee from a paper cup. My suitcase leaned beside me like it knew I might give up. A map was folded wrong inside my coat pocket. I kept turning it around as if north could become easy. You did not say be fearless, you did not say be strong. You only touched my sleeve when the crowd began to move. I was almost brave, and somehow that was enough. One foot on the yellow line, one breath I did not rush. The streets had different names than the ones I knew by heart. Every window held a version of a life not yet begun. I missed the room I came from, I wanted this one too. The old life pulled behind me, but the morning pulled me through. You walked a little slower, so I would not feel behind. You let me hate the leaving without doubting the new life. Cold hands, new town, no perfect start ahead. Just your coat near my shoulder and the words I had not said. I was almost brave, not certain, not unafraid. But the road became less lonely when you matched my pace. Cold hands, new town, nothing shining, nothing sure. Still one small step beside you felt like one step more. I thought beginning over would feel cleaner than it did, like closing one clear chapter and walking out of it. But every start is weather, every door has weight. Some mornings ask for courage before courage knows its name. You did not pull me forward, you did not hold me back. You only made the distance feel possible to cross. Cold hands, new town, the day still felt unknown, but I stopped counting every corner as a place I did not belong. I was almost brave, and almost brave could move. The fear was still inside me, but so were you. Cold hands, new town, one platform, one deep breath. I was not done with dreaming, I was not leaving yet. My hands were cold, the town was new. You walked beside me, and I kept going. after I turned off the key. Neither one of us moved toward the door. Neither one of us reached for leaving. You watched the rain on the windshield without asking it to hide us. I watched your hands stay folded like they had run out of repair. We were not empty, we were not cold. We were just too honest for what we tried to hold. You said you still cared for me, and I knew that it was true. That was what made it harder, not easier to lose. I said I still wanted kindness, but not the kind that bends, until two people disappear to make a story last. We had softened every answer until nothing could be heard. We'd call it being patient, we'd call it choosing love. We were too honest to hold what only lived when we denied it. Too tired to keep pretending that the wait was only time. There was care inside the ending, there was grief in letting go. But some truths do not become cruel just because they take you home. We were too honest to hold what had already lost its room, not because love meant nothing, but because it asked too much. I wanted one last reason that would make the leaving clean. One failure large enough to stand between you and me. But there was no single damage, no final unforgivable line. Only all the little places where we no longer fit. You were still gentle, I was still trying. That did not make us whole. Sometimes the kindest truth is the one that does not stay. We were too honest to hold what needed us to shrink. Too close to call it nothing, too far to call it home. There was care inside the ending, there was mercy in the ache. We let the silence tell us what our words could not reshape. We were too honest to hold, so we let the holding go. Not because we did not love, but because we finally knew. You opened your door first, I waited till you were inside. Then I drove home slowly, with nothing left to prove. You came by after dinner with bread in a paper sleeve. Nothing dressed as rescue, nothing asking me to speak. You left the smaller plate near the side where I usually sit. I noticed what you noticed and pretended I had not. I was still learning how not to leave too soon, how not to turn a kindness into something I must prove. Trust arrives quietly, it does not force the door. It waits where noise would leave and asked for nothing more. You never asked the question I had stepped around for weeks. You let it stay unopened without making that feel weak. When I went quiet after laughing, you did not change your face. You only reached for water and gave the moment space. There are people who make patience feel like a debt to pay. With you it felt more like evening, settling where it may. Trust arrives quietly, not bright enough to fear, not loud enough to run from, just steady and near. It learns the room by staying, it lets the silence breathe. Trust arrives quietly, and somehow I believe. Safe meant certain, a promise said out loud, a reason I could point to when the old fear came around. But you were never trying to become my guarantee. You only kept arriving as yourself. And honestly, no rush to be important, no need to make me new. Just one calm, ordinary kindness, returning until it felt true. Trust arrives quietly, not asking to be named, not punishing the distance I still sometimes need to take. It does not turn my caution into proof I cannot feel. It stays where noise would leave, and that is why it feels real. Trust arrives quietly with no grand thing to show, only bread on the table and a chair that feels like home. You did not make me ready, you did not make me choose. You stayed gentle long enough for trust to enter too. We stood under the striped awning while the afternoon came down. You asked if I knew the song playing thin inside the cafe. I said I used to know it, then lost the second line. You laughed before I finished, like the rain had given us time. Buses sighed along the curb, people ran with folded names. The whole day kept on moving, but it didn't feel the same. Nothing started loudly, the rain just made us wait. Two strangers sharing weather and a song we couldn't name. Under the awning, with nowhere else to be, some part of that brief shelter came me. You told me about a bakery that closed before you tried it. I told you I still keep old tickets from places I don't miss. The rain began to loosen, neither one of us moved. You checked the sky for permission, I checked your face instead. There was no sign above us, no promise in the street, only water on the pavement and your shoulder close to me. Nothing started loudly, the rain just made us wait. Your smile beside the doorway left a small light in the gray. Under the awning, I didn't know your name, would keep returning softly with the sound of passing rain. The song kept playing, the street moved on. I left the awning, still hearing your laugh in the rain. We reached the corner slowly, the one where you turn left. The traffic light kept blinking like it knew we were not ready yet. You pulled your jacket closer, I pretended not to see. The shops were turning off their signs, but you were still beside me. There was nothing more to finish, the story had gone thin. So you pointed at a rooftop just to make the night begin again. Past the last street light, we kept walking anyway. No promise in the pavement, no reason we could name. Just one more quiet corner, one more turn before goodbye. Past the last street light, I learned how long a small hope shines. You told me about the apartment where you lived your first year here, how the stairs were always broken, how you missed it when you left. I laughed at the wrong part, and you laughed because I did. The city had gone nearly empty, but the silence didn't feel like it. We could have ended evening where the map said we should stop, but every time the road bent, we let it ask for us. I have rushed through better moments, afraid to want too much. I have named a feeling early just to lose it in my hands. But this did not need naming, it only needed room. Two people walking slower than the hour asked them to. Past the last street light, we kept walking anyway. The night was almost over, but it did not feel too late. just one more quiet corner, one more reason not to go past the last street light. I think you already knew. At your door we stopped talking, the hallway light turned blue. You said goodnight too softly, I carried that home too. I opened the curtains before checking my phone. The room looked almost familiar with the daylight on its own. I made coffee too slowly, I let the spoon ring twice. For once the sound did not become a memory of your kitchen. There were shirts across the chair, one blue, one gray, one white. I chose the one I wanted without asking who I used to be. I am not new, I am not free of everything, but I am almost my own again. And almost is a beginning. The street below is waking with deliveries and doors. Someone laughed beneath my window, I did not search for yours. I still know where the hurt lives, I still know what it weighs. But it did not choose my breakfast, it did not plan my day. I walked out with no music, just keys inside my hand. The morning did not save me, it only let me stand. I am almost my own again, not shining, not remade, just less afraid of silence, less loyal to the ache. The past can keep its corner, it does not need the room. I am almost my own again, and I can feel it moving through. I used to think recovery would sound like a door closing, clear enough for everyone to hear that I had changed. But this is more like noticing my name inside my mouth, not tied to anyone leaving, not waiting to be called. A small return to living, a quiet choosing back. No victory in the mirror, just a face I do not pass. I am almost my own again, not whole in some perfect way, just here without permission from what I could not say. The past can keep its corner, it does not get the room. I am almost my own again, and almost feels true. I locked the door behind me, the morning let me go. Everything, almost my own. I saw your name in places where it used to come from you, on someone else's story, in a passing line of news. I kept my face from changing, I let the evening pass, but all the way back home one thought kept walking after me. A call would have been enough, not long, not brave, just enough to let the ending look me in the face. You did not owe me comfort, you did not owe me more. I was not asking kindness to become an open door. Only one clear minute, only your voice on the line, saying what had changed before I heard it secondhand. I could have taken sorrow, I have taken worse than that. It was the quiet around it that made the distance last. A call would have been enough to keep the hurt from turning strange. The truth would still have hurt me, but it would have had your name. No speech, no long explanation, no promise to repair, just one small act of mercy to say I once was there. A call would have been enough, that is all I keep returning to, not because it would have saved us, but because it would have sounded like you. I do not want to measure every silence like a crime. People fail each other softly, people run out of time. Maybe you thought distance made the kinder kind of cut. Maybe you were tired of speaking when the end had said enough. I can give you all those reasons, I can let them all be true. Still, there was a smaller kindness that never made it through. A call would have been enough to leave some dignity intact. The truth would still have changed me, but not disappeared like that. No return, no second doorway, no pleading in my chest, just your voice for one clear minute, giving what we had its rest. A call would have been enough not to make the ending small, only to keep me from learning I was not worth one at all. I know life moves on, I know people do, but a call would have been enough, and it did not come from you. I thought love would arrive with the whole sky looking up, some bright impossible moment no one could mistake. But you were by the washers, holding my old jacket, saying it came out warm and I should wear it on the walk. The vending machine was humming someone's dryer clicked off beat. You folded one sleeve carefully, like small things mattered still. What I needed was smaller than fireworks, closer than a movie scene, quieter than I thought. You remembered I'd buy ginger biscuits when the day has gone too long. You put them in the paper bag without making it a gift. I watched you count the quarters, watched the blue light on your hands. Nothing in that room was shining, but nothing in me had to ask. Maybe I had waited for love to make an entrance. Then you looked up from the folding table, and there it was, already in the room. Smaller than fireworks, but steady enough to trust. Not a blaze across the evening, not a promise in the dust. Just your shoulder near my shoulder, just my jacket warm from yours. What I needed was smaller than I had been asking for. Smaller than fireworks and somehow more like home. The kind of light that stays close when the bright ones come and go. I have chased the louder feeling, the one that turns a room, then leaves before the morning can ask what it can do. But you did not need the center, you did not need the scene. You only took my tired silence and left it somewhere clean. No sky opened above us, no music made it clear. Only one warm jacket and the fact that you were here. Smaller than fireworks, but steady enough to trust. Not a blaze across the evening, not a promise stressed as much. Just the walk back from the laundromat, your hand close to mine, and the quiet understanding that love can take its time. Smaller than fireworks and better when it stayed. I stopped waiting for the sky when you met me in the day. The dryers turned behind us, the street was nearly dark. You handed me my jacket, still holding some of your warmth. I knew the crack outside the pharmacy, the bench with tape around one side, the laundry sign that flickered even when the afternoon was bright. I had passed it without seeing, made a habit out of going through. Then you slowed beside the crosswalk, and the street made room for you. It was not the city changing, it was not some brighter view. The street was the same street, I was different next to you. You noticed painted numbers fading on a second floor door. I noticed how you paused there, like small things still deserved more. The florist swept the sidewalk, a child dropped coins near the curb. You bent down before I moved, then smiled like it was no work. The same street felt different with your steps beside my own. Not because the world grew kinder, not because the light was new. You made ordinary corners feel less like passing through. The same street felt different, and so did I with you. I used to think a life could change only when the map did too. New town, new door, new morning, some clean dividing line. But you turned toward a small detail I would have walked beyond, and I began to understand how attention becomes home. The same street felt different with your silence close to mine. Every familiar doorway held a little extra time. You made ordinary corners feel like places I could choose. The same street felt different, and I was different too. Nothing moved for us, the street stayed where it was. You walked beside me, and that was enough.